Now, when I say that I adored The Real Housewives of Atlanta from the very first season, I adored it because the very first franchise show for Real Housewives was Orange County. Love them. Vicky's my favorite. And then they brought it over to the South with Atlanta. So I was like, yeah. And then they had one of my favorite singers on there, Candy. You know what I'm saying? And honey, you couldn't stop me from watching it. But it took a little turn after some time, and then it took a big turn when they came out with season 16. And season 16 started off with a bang. You hear me? A bang. Now, at this point, we only have two stars from the originals, which was Portia and Kenya. And then they brought back Drew. And, of course, Cynthia was there as a friend. And then later down the line, they brought back Miss Phaedra Parks. And I was living for the Real Housewives. Nene was there. Candy was there. Sheree was there. And then even, of course, Miss Kim Zolciak was there. But now, there's a big old twist. But anyway, let's dive into why we're here today. This story is going to blow your mind. Hey y'all, hey, it's me again. I told you I would be back on your screen, but I didn't think it would be this soon. But I had to jump on here and tell this story because it's a wild story. It's a crazy story. It's a serious story. But at the same time, it weirded me out a little bit. So I had to jump on here and do a story about it a video about it because it's just like, huh? What? Wait, am I tripping? So, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Zena Demita, if you want to call me that. You don't have to, though. Welcome back to my channel, though. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Now, like I said before, y'all all keep popping up on here. Keep watching. But I'm going to need y'all to subscribe. Go and hit that button and subscribe to my channel. Because come, listen, is spectacular, as you can see. I'm liking the views on here. I'm liking the views because y'all are the reason I'm using the word spectacular. I'm getting there, and I'm gonna get there with y'all help. But hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for your sister, okay? So like I said, season 16 came back with a bang and a whole new cast almost. I think, like, what's happening? Who are these people? Who Hoppo and
people are everywhere.
Okay, let me dig into it a little bit, but by episode 5, all hell broke loose. You hear me? So let's get to this. So let me break down the story for y'all. So we're here because if you haven't been watching The Real Housewives, on episode 5, all hell broke loose, like I said. So Kenya had a grand opening for her new spa in Atlanta, and before that happened, Brit EADY, one of the new castmates, threatened her, apparently, allegedly. And so we all know Kenya, okay? She could be a fireball when she wants to hit you where it hurts, okay? When she wants to hit you in the balls, you know? She hit, and she hit hard. And so Brittany got the most, I think this was probably the biggest hit I ever seen Kenya give to somebody. So Kenya wound up pulling out, at her event, supposedly alleged pictures of Brittany, explicit pictures of Brittany, like naked or whatever, giving fellatio and stuff like that. But the kicker of this video is the fact that Brittany says different now. She was boo. Lord, why would she do that? That's so disrespectful. I'm suing. And then she went into, as everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me, and while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic S photo surrounding the events in episode 5. That photo was not me. All right. As the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I know now it's not me. So I'm very much confused because if she hadn't seen the photo because mind you, she dropped the flowers off. If you haven't watched, so she comes to the event because her friend think it's a good idea for her to come, social support, apologize in whatever way, whatever, and she brings flowers, but Kenya completely ignores her, and she drops the flowers off and go outside. Her friend follows behind her. They have a conversation. I guess she leaves. I'm confused because now that has caused the fact that Kenya wasn't at the reunion. She was let go before she finished the season. And we don't know if she's coming back. So my thing is, what happens now? Because if she had seen the photo, what made her explode? I understand your friend was there, she's seen it, but this apparently is years, a decade or so more years old photos. So if her friend, I don't know how long her and her friend have known each other, but if her friend said it was her, is she blind or she ain't been her friend that long? Like, I'm confused. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Well, since this all exploded, Kenya has been busy because she not only has her spa, she also is doing YouTube. So she has a couple of videos up now. She's steady recording, she's steady posting, she's steady working. So I don't know what's happening at this point. Maybe we can get some words from her soon, or maybe she'll upload a video like I told you so. Sorry. But yeah, I have to do this because this is weird. This is a very weird situation. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Okay, should this be the last season? Because at this point, who's left? Portia? They added my girl Shamil in there, but ain't no originals on here except Cynthia. She a friend on here, and then Phaedra came in the end. So I don't know what's going on. But what y'all think? Y'all think it's a whole big mess? What's y'all thoughts? Because my head is about to explode. It's weird. My head is about to explode. But thank y'all for coming back for another Come Listen episode. So come, comment, I'm listening. And I'll reply. Let me know what you think about this episode. Bye.